Battle control initialized.
Hey, hey, people. Odd is here again, casting a game between Oops and Hyper. We actually have them both randoming GDI. Yeah, they pick any, so they don't know which faction the other one is. So we have Oops here in the top left randoming Eagle. Are we going to see some Aurora bombers right there in this game? We'll see. And we have here Hyper randoming Talon, the faction where GDI was the most popular, I'd say, because of Tiberian Sun, where you had Titans, you have Wolverines. So those are an option for you here, playing out as Talon. For anyone who's watching here and grew up playing Tiberian Sun as a kid, or maybe as a teenager. So we see it classic escorting the engineer to the oils. And we do see Oops taking the oil on the back. I don't know if Hyper saw the oil on the back here. It will be funny if he didn't realize it. But anyway, this is a weird. It's a different map, I'd say. Like Tiberium in the beginning, yeah, you have a lot of Tiberium for you to harvest. But after the Tiberium has been harvested, you only have two trees, right? So you don't know if you'll be able to sustain. So you have the option to just go for a war factory here instead of like two ref. Because as much as possible, you'd like to have the refinery on the expansions. So let's see if Oops does the same here. Once he places his war factory, and he has a guard tower ready, we do see Hyper not doing anything else. Yep, Oops is moving out, and Hyper is not paying attention to his MCV. So that's a time there. That's a huge time being wasted right here. Your MCV is not making anything, not building anything. You're not doing anything in particular. So this entire time, Hyper has a huge time loss because if you remember, folks, CA like there's a huge importance to like timing. So in the beginning, you need to keep up your production. Hyper kind of forgot. So right here, this is a good spot for him. I'd say Oops opted out for the early base scroll option right here. So what he did is when he feels like, okay, I can reach this here, I'll deploy base scroll to that. Hyper, on the other hand, did the slightly greedy but reasonable option, which is in between the two expansions. So what he could do is just have his refinery scroll or have his building scroll to the expansion points. So like let's say Oops is finished here, finished building his radar, comm center. He's gonna undeploy and then push in a little bit and then deploy, in order for him to be in range to the two Tiberium right there, two trees. However, Hyper, on the other hand, he, as I said before, he is placing it like this so that he could get both trees at the same time. Like he doesn't have to undeploy and move closer. Right there. And what is he gonna build? He is still deciding. He is now making a refinery. Good. So as I said, this map is kind of weird because you only have two trees in the beginning. So what that means is you're not really having you're not incentivized to have two refineries. You could, you could have two refineries in the main base, but again, there's like only two trees. If it was three trees, then it should be okay. But unfortunately, it's two. We do see Hyper rushing out with the repair facility and make an airfield. So, to any of you who is not, yeah, this is what I've been explaining earlier. Anyway, to any of you who is not aware of it, but radar and repair facility, or like service depot, it doesn't matter. They provide the same discount as if you got one or the other. So what do I mean with that? So we see Oops here having one barracks, right? He only has one barracks. the first barracks always costs 500. If you make another barracks without radar, it will always cost 1.5. But since he has a radar now, any subsequent barracks will cost 1k. That will be the same with the service depot or repair facility. He almost got this. So yeah, that's one option. Like that's one option for any of the players right there. So why is that relevant? Because repair facility or service depot, they cost only 1k, whereas the radar cost 1.8k. So you have a cheaper option to go if you wanna pump out the second barracks, second wharf, or perhaps in the case of Hyper here, pump out the early airfield. Oh, not really a good bombing run. He is fumbling hard there. Oh no, Hyper, what are you doing? He has no choice but to go all in. The battle tanks right there. He really messed up hard. He really messed up hard there with the Orca and Warthog. And we do see bombardiers coming from Oops. He's destroying the refinery with the use of bombardiers. Oh no, they are dead. So all of those bombardiers are gone for the count. Hyper coming out the better guy, the better player. In the whole interaction right there, the first clash, Hyper managed to destroy one harvester. I'm not sure if it's two, if I wasn't looking before. But if you remember, you can always crush the vehicle husk, so maybe something happened in between. So right there, I'm very sure he had at least taken down 2 harvesters. But right now, there's nothing, there's no path for Hyper's vehicles to come out unscathed. They will be dying soon, being chased down by the whole army. Hyper is now scouting with the use of his Warthog. He now has information where Oops' troops are. Did an okay damage right there, but I think it could have been better. So Hyper lost four tanks. 4 times 9 is 3-6. He destroyed at least 2. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure if he destroyed 3. But at least we know he destroyed 3 right now. So far, let's see the score here. Oops lost a lot of value right there. 15k, 15 grand. Hyper is ahead in terms of damages, and Hyper is now floating. He's having a, what's the term I'm looking for? Break even of 1k. I believe 1k or 2k. No, he's like around break even of 1k. Should be doing okay anytime soon. So Oops managed to send in a recon drone. He is now aware where Hyper is. They both have equal amount of army. But the game changer here should come from the Warthog right here. Let's see, 15 grand. That's a 4k bombing run. So far so good. Hyper is now in a good advantage right here, and Oops will be losing out because of that good bombing run from Hyper with the use of the Warthogs. And with the use of the MLRS in the back, pretty much Oops is down for the count on that fight. Good play by Hyper with the Warthog. And now Hyper is trying to steady his money. He will be remaking that refinery soon. But with the appearance of the tech center, he is now making Titans and Wolverines. Titans are the most annoying tier 3 to face against if it's massed. I'd say more than compared to like Mammoth tanks. Like for both Soviet and GDI, like their Mammoth tanks are not as dreadful to fight against. Especially because when Titans get their railgun upgrade, all of their shots will phase through everything. Like let's say this is a Titan here, and then it's attacking this target, and there's other targets in the back. The targets in the back will receive damage from it. That's why Titans are very strong, especially when there's like a lot of it already. And Oops is now going up for his tech center. He's now taken this oil direct from Hyper. However, it does not appear to be good for Oops right here. He's being pushed. He has no armor. Hyper has 5. He has 6 armor right here, covering for his rifles. Hyper may not have any rockets right there, but he does not have to worry about it because he has a lot of battle tanks if he needs to deal damage to other tanks. And we do see Hyper again dropping in, and that's 4 rockets right there from Oops being wiped out from the face of the earth. And I don't think Oops will be able to come back from this one. He does not have a harvester there. Hyper has resumed his harvesting operations right here. He could always undeploy, go for the next one. They both have the same money right here. So Hyper is just having his money equalized, break even. So Oops pulled out Commando in order for him to destroy this army. However, he will lose that war factory there. He does not have a war factory. So what does that mean? For the next 50 seconds, 1 minute, like 50 seconds to 1 minute, he knows that Oops doesn't have any armor, any sort of armor. So right now, he has all the time he needs to push in and attack Oops right there. Because again, he does not have any armor. And we do have 2 battle tanks here from Hyper. He can always place it right here. Again, folks, if you have any sort of infantry tank there harassing... Oh shit, Orca's dead. Harassing the harvester. It doesn't matter if you kill it or not. As long as there's something there, you can always make sure that you are stopping their harvesting operations. And unfortunately for Oops, he lost that commando there from a missile from the Titan. So I do think this will be a game for Hyper. Unless if Hyper does mess up on this one, but I don't think that's going to be the case here. He does not have the money. He has a lot of money. But he's not prepared for it. So right there, he's going up the next, and no. Pretty much a really good game by Hyper there. A lot of bombing runs there were really meaningful. Dropping in, especially on the first clash right there. First clash right here, dropping in on a lot of infantry right there, from 15k to 11k. That's a huge value. And if you think about it, Warthogs are worth 2,000, if I'm not wrong. Let's see it back here. Yeah, they're worth 2,000. But all of those Warthogs dealt more damage than their value dictates. So, on maps like this, you'd have to be very careful. Oh, he never captured this oil. What a waste. But yeah, on maps like this, you have to understand like how much Siberium you have in the beginning, and how many trees you have in the main base. So if like you have here, you have 2 trees, you have to be very careful, and you have to think differently compared to the usual, because the regular maps we have always have like at least 3 trees in the main base. So that's it for this game, folks, and we will see you
Battle control
on the next one.